Hey, welcome back to the BIOMUTANT Gunless challenge. We are currently on our way to defeat the Jumbo Puff. Uh-oh.
That city scenario has seen better days, but now those days are gone.
Well, for some reason I can't target again, so let's find this bio-blob container and just get out of here. I don't want to deal with this nonsense again. We just don't have enough attack power for our melee damage. Here it is. Can we interact with it? Yes, we can. Okay, cool. Alright. Yep, this area is totally complete.
Supposedly, mounts like that can smell fear.
Dave, you do realize the Mecha is a robot, right?
Let's see.
Alright, we're pretty close to the question mark we got. Wonder if that's anything important.
It's another motor juice station running on empty.
Does this motor juice station have anything? 'Cause it doesn't look like it does.
Ooh, there's some rubber scrap for you.
No. But supposedly this thing is not too far away.
This place is called Puff Duff Bluff. Boom bangs around here.
Your hidden secret was a roadside merchant that I would see from like a mile away. Okay, sure.
This little fellow feels the world's on the edge of blowing itself up. He feels it's inspiring to see someone out there still banging away at it.
Do you care who you sell things to?
Figures as long as the green keeps flowing, he doesn't care where it comes from.
Great.
Thinks you've built yourself up into a walking arsenal. He can't wait to see what you do with all that gunpowder. Save the world or help it go kaboom. Says that even boom makers can do some good if they make the right things explode. Just think about the tinks you can destroy with earth-shattering kabooms. What happens next depends on what you blow up. Says that life's kind of like a fuse. Sometimes it does just what you expect, and other times it catches you by surprise. Be careful with what you light up.
Why is everyone in the dead zone a jerk? I'm careful.
That's just what someone says right before they blow it. Thought the world was kaboomed, but it looks like something might be growing in its crater. Wonders why you put so much work into making things safer. Thinks you could do better than be friends with the Netra. They still haven't forgiven him for collapsing one of their caves.
Did anyone die? Because I could see why they wouldn't forgive you for that.
No one that knew what they were doing. But enough about you. Says his Muma Grandiosa taught him the secret source of making ammunition. And now that there's an endless need for bangs, business is booming. He was born during the baby boom back in the days, and he was so interested in the family business, he even got nicknamed Boom. He'll take the family secret with him to the grave, which could be any day now, with the world ending and all.
I am surprised you're still in one piece.
Figures that's a testament to his skills and ability to keep it together so far. Of course he doesn't want it, but if the world goes under, he hopes it goes with a bang. But before that, he wants to make the best of the time he's got. Boom says he's always looking for ingredients for ammunition. He has enough sulfur, but he can never get too much charcoal, so if you'll get him some of that, he'll make boom-sploding gunpowder just for you.
Great. I don't need it, but I guess I can sell it.
Thinks you're the straightest shooter he's ever met.
Dark flees before light.
Run?
Oh, no need to shout.
There is when you're running so far away.
I'm still here.
Not for long if I have anything to do with it.
Great. We need to get dark side points pretty soon. Find a fixer-upper. Okay. What in the context of BIOMUTANT is a fixer-upper? And where is it? Back in Wholesome. Okay. So there's still something... Let's put a waypoint down.
How many days like this do you think the world has left?
So it wasn't this exactly. It's down there. Strange.
Bang Shelter 7C should have been stated right there in toxinol lettering. Zapped. Right where it counts. Took care of it. Charged them. Fist to face.
Should probably get out of the mech before we crash again. I think that's what did it. Why are you at half health again?
1.21 gigawatts.
Just die already.
Well placed.
Thank you. Please tell me there's air down here. Okay, we're good. Also turrets. No actual enemies. At least these aren't ceiling mounted, so we can do something about them. So this was the big important secret. Just another underground shelter that I could have probably found on my own. Yeah, I'm beginning to think persuasion is kind of a dump stat in this game.
Don't see that in the shops.
Burn the haystack. How is hay? Hay is not going to give you good charcoal, I'm sorry to say. Oh yeah, this built. We never really went and explored this area, did we? We kind of just passed this by.
A plank place like this is a fire trap.
Yeah, I can tell. Oh no, we're just burning the whole thing. Should have maybe checked that nobody was living in there first. I mean, this whole, like, environmental stuff is cool. And by environmental stuff, I mean, like, the environment changing due to our actions during a quest. That's neat. Is there a downstairs? No. That's fair. Oh, some loot, though. That's neat. Can't really see it. It's not very good. This is a new one. I did not know that this was a glitch that could occur. Alright, back to Boom.
One son.
Boom says he's maybe the only one profiting from the way the world is burning. He's happy to put the charcoal from the scorched earth to good use.
Great.
Boom says his speciality is homemade saltpeter, which he makes from a dung mix his friend Moog makes for him.
Do we know Moog?
Collecting the various dung that makes up the special Boom Poo blend is an expedition, though, so Moog isn't giving it up for free. However, you shouldn't need to part with too much green to buy the brown from Moog for him. Boom promises he'll make it worthwhile.
Great, I hope so.
Says you're right, but the good stuff costs. Boom welcomes you back on his terms.
I'm going.
Says you covered the important things already.
Oh, you know, that's Moog. The Steep Deep Bush is the name of the place he's at. Yeah, these names are confusing and hard to remember. Alright, he's called Moog because he's a monster hunter. I don't know why that makes sense to me, but it does. Our aura is balanced for some reason, okay.
Moog asks if you know the first rule of monster haunting. It's to go where the monsters are. To haunt, you must know the grounds of your prey.
So the first rule of monster hunting was to always
monsters
eat.
warrant the fear we have for them, and you don't look like someone that's easily scared. You could help him out. Start with one monster and take it from there. Spot its tracks and report back. Also, bring back any poo you find. His friend Boom has a nose, and a use for that.
I like how one of our responses is asking him if he ever gets tired, as if he ever leaves this spot. I'll help you hunt down every last one of them, even the women and children.
Says you're right. You gotta catch 'em all.
Okay. Where is this taking us? Way out there. Okay, well, let's just buy the bag for now.
He didn't expect you to be back so soon.
We cannot buy the bag because we need to do the first quest. Well, we're not doing that right now. Oh. We're back near the S-Mart, and it looks like the enemies have respawned to some degree. Yes, including some of those guys. Gonna be honest, I'm more annoyed by enemy respawns than anything else. You guys are new. I'll fight you. No, I won't, because you're the same as everything else. Great. How do we get over there easily? That way. This is the place. How do we get in? Through the front door? Yes, apparently. Okay. There he is. Big boy.
That's a jumbo puff with an appetite. Ain't no fuzz.
Ow.
Turn into it before it ends our world.
So we can do like a small amount of damage to this thing. Not a lot though. But it's not regenning health either, so that's good. No, I want healing. I can't heal in this thing. That's great. Makes sense. But I don't like it. It'd be nice if there were perks to like make the mech better. Like there's a perk for making mounts faster, and that's about it. We can heal if we can quick heal. Interesting. Oh no, we can heal. I don't know what I was pressing, but it obviously wasn't the right button. Grab this again. It doesn't do a lot of damage. This is a war of attrition more than anything else. Can we get out? We cannot get out of our own volition. That's not great. Isn't there a lock-on? Does lock-on work on bosses? It doesn't look like it does. He seemed to have changed his phase, even though he still had like most of his health for the third phase. When do we start throwing scripts? I ran right into that. Now we start throwing scripts, because he's immortal for some reason. Now we're stepping on his tongue, because sure. Alright, now we can beat him up. We're still in like the first phase. What was the whole like jumping up and throwing rocks at us? That was not a phase change. Okay, well, let's heal again. Really good at using the wrong button. It's a good thing we have so many health items.
Uh-oh. The Jumbo Puff is kicking it up a notch. It's time for an electric performance.
What is this? Godzilla versus King Kong? You're supposed to avoid this? I have a feeling this is not the intended way to do this boss fight. So now he's gonna what? Climb up again? Yeah, he's not. This is not a phase change. So why is he doing this halfway through? Whatever. This is going a lot better than the other bosses. This is what it's supposed to be like the second one. This feels like the easiest one so far. And it might just be because we have a dedicated melee in the mech.
Bad feeling about this. It goes all the way down to the stomach. Start like a snack, and you'll end up with a ride down the intestinal canal. That's too close to the end station. Better move up and away. Better pumped out than flushed down. Don't let it happen again.
What are we doing here? Supposed to be going up? Maybe?
Wow, what a super-sized worm whip. That must be as big as they come. You see, it's what's on the inside that counts. That meaty Taurus is already offbeat. End it.
I don't know what we're doing here, but we're doing it.
pumping at half a beat. You know what to do.
This is a very strange boss fight, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't mind. I'm getting very high, like, Ocarina of Time vibes. Like, what was that? Jabu Jabu? Yeah, no. This is interesting.
Who would have guessed it would go down with a throw-up? Can it really get any better than that?
Huh. That's the default mech again. No, it's a different mech. Why are there two mechs? I'm so confused. This tree root thing is never gonna not be weird to me. I don't like how it undulates.
That sealed the fate of the third World Eater. Just one more to go.
I can count.
Out of Date asked to see you again to congratulate you and let you in on the final phases of his plan.
Cool.
This is your chance to get his priorities aligned with yours. Do right by your tribe and the world at large. Just head back to the Ark. He seemed eager to see you again.
Right. Hey, Gizmo, do you want to go on a trip in, say, our favorite rocket ship?
He's helped Out of Date to get the Ark hardware restored. There's just some wiring left to do before the vessel's ready for takeoff.
Can you handle that?
He just needs to reroute the excessive high spark to run through the proper plug in the system so it won't break the path if it blows. Gizmo isn't sure you'll need to make use of the Ark, though. It looks like your efforts to save the tree and the world are paying off. He knows your good-hearted nature means you won't leave him behind, but you need to work on yourself if he's going to be isolated with you in the Ark. There are things you don't see eye to eye on.
What's that mean?
It's not that he doesn't care about others, but the fact that the Ark only has 4 extra seats means you have to be picky when choosing company.
So, what we have here is an
Yeah, no, we're
opportunity
bringing
to help
Gizmo.
people.
Like, this is
There's
the
a
one
seat
person who
open
knows how to
on the
operate
Ark
this
should you
thing.
want to offer it as a gesture of appreciation.
Why wouldn't we offer him a seat? Like, Gizmo's an engineer. It's a very important person to have on these types of things. Like, what is it? A third of Starfleet is, like, engineers. You have science, engineering, security, and command? I don't know. I don't watch Star Trek all that much.
Why? You don't need anyone else but yourself and me, of course, but I'm a part of you, so that doesn't count.
If you want to go quickly, go alone. If you want to go further, go together. The only one we'd want to get away quickly from here is darkness.
But you know you can't go on without me. Even if I'm bad company, I complete you.
I think we can finally agree on something. It is better to be alone than in bad company. But best of all is being good company yourself.
He's been thinking this whole thing with the Ark through and has decided he won't be joining you. First off, he isn't 100% sure he's got the wiring right, and really, he doesn't think he can stand being in that enclosed space with you for long.
Why?
Gizmo will always make time for you.
Why not?
Happy the tree still looks so good, given the state of the world.
Don't tell me.
Seems excited you... Has plenty to do, so no worries. He doesn't regret rejecting his seat on the Ark. He's prepared for whatever the world has in store for him when the end comes. Gizmo will always make...
Whatever, dude.
Understands you have...
Like, can we check our aura real quick? Also level up. Yeah, we have somewhat light aura. How light do we need to be, dude? So you know that boss fight we just did? Well, I just undid it. Because apparently Gizmo only accepts an Ark invitation if you have a dark side aura. We do not. I didn't really get dark vibes from that guy. I guess I should have realized that he was kind of not a good person when he shoved a bunch of helpless animals into like a vending machine. But I never really thought too much about it. So I guess we need to go find some dark side stuff. So we're back here in Jagni territory to do some side quests and maybe pick up a few critters along the way. I don't really like how this game implements like light and dark aura stuff. Like I get aura in the sense of, did we not pick this up or did it respawn? I get aura changing things in the sense of how people react to you. That's fine. When it changes your own ability to make reactions, that's when it gets kind of nonsense to me, right? Like, I can understand if maybe at, like, the start of the game you had, like, traits that you could pick, like, say you were squeamish, and so there were certain, like, options you'd be limited of, because that's, like, a thing from your childhood or something. But just, like, just randomly and almost arbitrarily saying, hey, you can't use this option because you're not evil enough or good enough, is kind of stupid, because how are you supposed to earn those points?
That's a good note. Easy prey for Lupa-Lupin. For everyone else, they're a perfect mount and easily tamed if they are kept fed.
Oh, this is literally like the tutorial quests for how to get mounts. How did we miss this for so long? Great. Some easy XP, I guess.
Don't be fiery. It probably won't bite.
Aha. Come here. Come here. I don't know how dark we have to be either. Is it just any dark? I hope so. I mean, the boss wasn't hard, which is one of the only reasons why I didn't feel so bad about loading a previous autosave. If the Jumbo Puff had been as hard as the other two, I would not have even begun to think, hey, maybe we should reload so we can actually get Gizmo. But Gizmo's like someone from our character's childhood. He was the first obvious choice for actually joining the Ark, and the fact that he doesn't want to join because we're not evil enough really rubs me the wrong way. We also need evil points for when we run into Lupa-Lupin, because we are not giving Lupa-Lupin the slightest chance to like surrender or be spared or anything like that. Guy's a cannibal, I think. Oh, did you have to get into combat right when I was about to catch this thing?
So much damage. Boom.
Please just die. Is that a third one? Oh, I hate these things. Why are there so many of these stupid faceless dogs?
Sparked.
Alright, where is this bit?
The story will go on as long as there is someone there to listen.
Skip to my loot. Here you are. While I was looking up how to get Gizmo into the Ark, I also saw some light spoilers for who else will be joining us eventually. Or who can, I should say. I still haven't made any decisions on anyone we haven't met. But there's a lot of characters. I want to say there's like at least a dozen. And there's only 4 seats, and you can't like retroactively go back and change your mind about any of them. Which is just bad game design, okay? I'm not afraid to admit that. That's something that you should patch at some point, Experiment 101. Like, there's wanting people to have like consequences for their actions and decisions, and there's just not giving them enough information at the start.
Blasting everything to bits.
Alright. Let's rescue this captive and then kick him in the face. As you do.
This one seems to be in good spirits despite being left here for dead.
Great.
Has heard that you have a sense.
Yeah, well,
asks you to do the right thing for the sake of your conscience.
You showed up at the wrong time, buddy. I love how completely non-effective that punch looks and sounds. It's very goofy. Ooh.
You need to align the knobs so that they match.
What are we playing? Same game. Okay, whatever. Alright, time for round 2. Yeah, the Jumbo Puff really feels like he doesn't understand melee. Like, he expects you to just be doing range damage with your ranged weapon on the mech, because why would you be stupid enough to use the mech's melee? It doesn't do a lot of damage. The flip side of that is that he doesn't do a lot of damage to you when you're this close. Like, he'll get the occasional hit in, but we're pretty safe here. Like, I can understand how this fight works. It's fun, it's not cheap. This boss is great compared to the other two so far. You're maybe a little low to see the rocks. It's nice that he tracks, like, your momentum. It's still easy to trick him, but he's trying. He's doing his best. Alright, we gotta launch scripts now. Here we go. Do his tongue. Yeah, step on his tongue. It does a lot of damage. And get in there. That actually hit us, and it didn't do a lot either. Okay, it hit us twice. Let's get in. Okay, could you maybe stop tracking us with that? We're good. Yeah, I'm just checking real quick. We are playing on Extreme. This is the Extreme version of the Jumbo Buff. It's just a big old fluffy marshmallow. So is that supposed to be like Gizmo's mech? It's cooler than ours.
He trusts you'll take him with you on the Ark if it comes to that, as you share ideals, even though you both view the world through your own lens.
Okay, so
It's not that
apparently
he doesn't care about others, but the fact that the Ark only has 4 extra seats means you have to be picky when choosing company.
So
what we have here is someone looking for a way out if everything fails. There's a seat open on the Ark, but why would you want this company?
So, Gizmo's evil because he's pragmatic like we are, which is why we're being so picky about our seats. And now Dark is saying that we shouldn't let him on, even though the only reason we can let him on in the first place is because we have Dark Aura. I really hope we get light side points for offering a seat. Or
I'm
just
so
sum
glad
this up.
you chose that. We're born alone, we live alone, so let's not meet the end on our own.
We are better off on our own alone. Everyone else are just means to an end.
Being alone is not the same thing as being lonely. And now we don't have to be lonely. It'll all work out in the end.
The end must justify the means.
I just had a terrible thought.
Let's hope the Ark
Oh
is
god.
strong enough to carry us all into the future.
He's looking forward to sharing the ride with
I
a
was-
like-minded companion. Gizmo will always make time for you.
I was concerned that our aura would change halfway through because we invited him, and then he wouldn't want to come on anymore. But no, we have
Says
Gizmo.
goodbye to you.
That's good. We have one person, and he's a pretty good person to have on. He's a childhood friend. He's very good with machinery. He's one of the people who made the Ark work in the first place. Like, that is basically a go-to choice, you know? I guess we should go tell Out of Date we have company. Alright, what do you got for me this time, buddy?
Out of Date reminds you that the time has come to end the tribe war.
I'm aware.
He's happy to help.
Okay, you don't have anything?
Says you'll see each other later.
Okay. Great. That's all, he just like, hey, hurry up. Sure, I can do that. Speaking of hurry up, why don't we go deal with Lupa-Lupin since he's literally right over there? We have Dark Aura, so this is probably the best time to do that. We don't really need Neutral Aura again until, I guess, the end of the game. We want Dark to take down the rest of the tribe leaders. Actually, I guess we'll probably want Light at some point if we find someone we take a fancy to, who we want to invite, who doesn't like dark-sided people. And I may or may not have seen some character profiles that fit that description. We may or may not be getting Gadget from Rescue Rangers.
At least you can feed this ride grass.
Yeah, that is the first time you've said that in ages and been actually correct, Dave. I'm proud of you. Should we check this place out? I guess we should.
Old brick-bracks like that, sometimes still full of good things.
Well, if it's got a helpless soul, it's got enemies. Yeah, I can hear them. Can we target these enemies? Let's find out. Hey, we can.
Rick!
I kind of miss the period in time before the past 2 episodes when that wasn't an actual question I had to ask, you know? It's happened twice now, both in the dead zone or areas adjacent to it. It's not a pleasant feeling.
Sure, sir. Slice it, ducks. Get up.
I was gonna say, is that a balloon? No, it's a silo. It's fallen on its side.
Sharp steel.
Looks kind of like a hot air balloon, though.
Bolt in. Right in the face. Flash the slash. Gotta hurt.
And they're dead.
That one wasn't so smart.
No, none of them were. I spent so long looking up Lisa Frank
Always find good use
because I could
for
not
things
remember
like
her
that.
name, that the enemy that looked like a Lisa Frank drawing disappeared. Great. Thanks, game. I appreciate that. You saw it. He's a pink leopard.
This one
You're
seems to be
creepy.
in good spirit. Has asks
Yeah,
you.
no, I'm punching you.
It's sad to see you're staying on this road to ruin and that you're so determined to help no one.
Even just punching him feels weird. Like, his face is so pointed. Do you think that would hurt us or him? Like, would his nose collapse or would it, like, cut into us? Be a very weird Mortal Kombat animation. Oh, we can go up. Okay. So there's some superb loot and a totem. Totem's probably out in the parking lot. Loot's probably up here. I don't like those stupid hats. Hello.
Says you should team up and take over the world, or what's left of it.
You just left your friend down there to die,
Understands you
huh?
have things.
Don't like either of those guys. Yeah, you cannot just attack random people. This is not an Elder Scrolls game. That's a tower. Is it a tower in this area? Because that looks pretty far away. I'll get it just the same. Well, we don't run into enemies on the way there. There's a river in the way. Lovely. This just gets more and more complicated, huh? Oh, okay, guess we're swimming.
Darkness cloaks the world.
Oh, hello. It's you guys. Haven't seen you in a
Lightning.
while.
Youch! Nice. Some bark wood scrap for you. Just what you were looking for.
Anything? No, just candy. Alright, well, let's take the fast... Okay, sure. Yeah, that's a lot better. Yeah, fungus is actually pretty useful. Trust the fungus. Loot is not in here. Is it in one of these silos? Not in this one. That one's sealed up tight. Here's this.
Nice.
though.
Metal
Okay.
scrap. You can always use that.
So now we just need the superb loot, which should be glowing, so it shouldn't be too hard to spot. You never know with this game. Is it in here? There's some loot in here. No. Is it up here? Is this a different area? This looks like the same area. Oh, it's in the same area. We just didn't look over here. That's about par for the course.
Night falls like a giant around here.
What does that even mean?
Lupa-Lupin's camp has always been there, hidden deep inside the mountains.
That doesn't look very hidden so much as inaccessible. Like, it's pretty easy to see from a lot of angles. This looks almost like a medieval, not medieval, like early, like Bronze Age town. Like you dig like a trench and then you have high walls, and that way people can't shoot your villagers
Tread
easily.
carefully here. This is Lupa-Lupin's camp.
Knock knock.
Lupa-Lupin says he's been looking forward to this moment. He wanted you to come here and see for yourself where it all started.
Is this where we get his tragic backstory?
He was so little when your mother and kin came here to put an end to his mother just because she was different, a hunter. That night, the hunter became the hunted, trapped with nowhere to run. He says your mother showed no mercy, only vengeance.
It seems
He
like
can see
she
that
died
you're
pretty
like
fast.
your mother. You would have made the same decision and taken the same action she did. You're a killer too. They orphaned him, left him alone, an outcast and a freak. Lupa-Lupin says he's been reliving the moment every night since then. He says your mother and her disciples started something that couldn't be undone. They created the monster he would become. He knew his time would come, and he was patient. So, when he got news about your birth, he knew how to get revenge that would last. That's why he spared you that night he raised the village when you were a child. He wanted you to suffer for life, like he had. He marked you for life, so he'd recognize you when you met again, and you'd eventually remember where you came from. His hunger grew insatiable over the years to come. He tried, but being vegetarian wasn't in his nature, and he couldn't go hungry. But he's never taken a life for the sake of appetite. It's always been about survival, and that our true self is being who we are. A deep look into nature will make you understand everything better, and that natural selection eliminates, and the strongest survive. Fate is for those too weak to determine their own destiny, and now the time has come for you to accept yours.
Yeah, that was a lot of nonsense. Like, the whole revenge cycle thing is just, yeah. Oh, it throws us pretty far. Oh, wow. You're athletic for a big guy. That's not gonna stop me from doing loads of damage to you, though. Are you just gonna use meat as a weapon? Okay, sure. How's that gonna help you? Probably not very well. See, like I was saying,
Boom, boom.
like, Lupa-Lupin chose to eat sapient people. Like, if he just ate animals, I don't think people would be that concerned. And if he or his mother weren't just like loners who lived out in the middle of nowhere, people would be less concerned. Like, what if, hey, instead of eating, like, people or herbivores, why don't you eat the normal, like, monsters that everyone hates already? You thought about that?
Bullets everywhere.
I'm just trying to be pragmatic, while Lupa-Lupin's over here being all poetic.
Charge 'em.
I don't approve. What? Excuse me? Sure.
Take this seriously, or it'll take you down.
So did the world tree do that? Oh hey, there's our upcycled weapon. That's okay. Remember when I said that would be cool? It is cool. This is really cool, actually. I think it's a two-handed weapon though, so we can't really use it very well. Are we just gonna leave him here? Like, is he dead? Let's see if he's breathing. He's not moving at all, but I doubt this is the end of Lupa-Lupin. Unless this game is really handling this stuff poorly, like, that guy's coming back. Alright, Lupa-Lupin has maybe been dealt with.
Out of Date thinks the time has come to end the conflict between the tribes. There won't be any winners in this war.
But we are winning.
You should know it's not too late to change direction by visiting another tribe's fort. However, it might be best to stick with the tribe you've chosen already.
I'm good.
He believes it'll take someone with a dark perspective and key to counterbalance the Sifu's energy in the end.
Huh.
Regardless of the outcome, you need to play your part and conclude the conquest. It'll be over soon. Out of Date reminds you that the time has come.
Yeah, I know.
He's happy to help.
Okay.
Says you should take care.
That's interesting. Like, Out of Date recommends being the opposite alignment of your Sifu for the sake of balance. There's a lot of Eastern philosophy going on in this game. Oh, it is a one-handed slash weapon. Interesting. Yeah, just mini club and hack grind. Okay, well, I guess we'll keep it for for nostalgia's sake, if nothing else. But that's going to be it for this episode. We have one tribe left, one world eater left, which says to me we should start wrapping up side quests, meeting the rest of the side characters and stuff. So maybe slow down the pace of the game for the next couple episodes. See you next time.